Hey guys, welcome back. It is a nice fall afternoon. The sun is shining. It's beautiful out, but don't let that fool you. It's still getting down into the 30s at night, soon to be into the 20s. So it is time to start thinking about heat. So for the last couple of years, we've been heating with this wood stove. Usually go through about 5 cord or so. That's kind of what I track. I also take and cut up some spare scrap wood, random little trees and things like that have blown down that I'll cut up that I don't keep track of. But we usually burn 5 cord of nice dry firewood a year. This year we were changing a few things though, because I don't sleep at night with that thing on. I will wake up in the middle of the night half in a heart attack. So switching a few things up this year. So this spring, I originally started tearing this apart. This is an old central boiler, outdoor wood boiler. I actually got this unit for free. My dad gave it to me a few years ago. There was a few issues with it. The spray foam that's on the outside of it had been burnt off. And I ripped all that off thinking I'd just spray foam over the top of it and I'd be all set. But I ran into a couple more issues. Holes in the fire jacket. There's also some holes down below too. But so this is kind of on the back burner for now. They're pretty cool because you can stick up to a 4-foot log in them. The way these work is they're actually piped hot water from outside through what's called thermopex, 1-inch PEX line that goes from outside into your home and heats your home that way. So the fire is outside and Stefan doesn't have heart attacks every other night. But we did have a change of plan, slightly. Same concept, but different fuel. So this is what we'll be using this year. This is Central Boiler's Maxim 175 pellet boiler. This uses wood pellets instead of firewood. So my dad used to also sell these back probably 5 or 6 years ago. All it is wood fiber ground up and pressed through a press to create these pellets. Looks kind of like chicken feed or something like that. I believe it's the same process that's actually produces them. But so that's what we're going to be burning this year. This unit has what I believe is an 8-bag hopper in it, which augers it down through. But an 8-bag hopper is not going to last very long around here when it's 30 degrees out, 30 below out. So there's this 1-ton hopper that there's an auger that'll auger out from here into this unit, which is in turn heats up the water and then is piped into the house using the 1-inch PEX hose. That'll go down to the basement. I'll show you what's down there. So this is the hose that actually goes underground. You can see it's insulated. This is a piece of 1.25 inch. What I have inside is actually 1-inch PEX tubing in the middle. This was just a spare piece I had laying around to show you guys how it is. But basically just spray foam, PEX tubing in the middle of it, and then it's got like a protective casing around the outside so rocks and things can't pierce it. So I'm down in my basement, cobwebs. This is the PEX line that comes in from outside. We have it just mounted to the top of the ceiling here and actually travels over to our boiler. I've got what's called a heat exchanger here. And what that does is it circulates water in here, keeps it separate from my boiler. It'll take and circulate the water from the outside, inside, heat the water in the boiler. And then when the boiler kicks on and the house tells each room, each zone that it needs heat, these pumps will kick on, which will send water to each zone and heat the bedroom, living room, the area in which the house is calling for. So that's kind of a little rundown of how this works. I need to finish getting it hooked up though. I have down here in the basement all set, but outside, I've still got work to do. So that is the job for today. Well, that was fun. So after that, I'm wondering if my drain might be clogged up because I'm not sure why there was still water in there. There was only a little bit. So I'm wondering maybe if there's a baffle in there or something that was holding a little back. But I'm gonna take this bottom one off anyway, just to check and make sure. We're good. What are you doing out here? You're no help. Huh? What are you doing? What are you doing? So, this is not turning out quite like I was hoping it would. I've got a couple of different leaks going on here. My flange for my water pump is leaking. And I also have a leak down here at some of the crimp rings. I'm trying to get the water into the boiler now, but you can see it's fighting me. So I got all my pipes hooked up, ready to go. Start putting water to the boiler. I made a little thing down in my basement that I can actually just turn a valve and it'll fill from the basement without having to run hoses and things out here, but got a couple issues. So one of the problems with PEX rings is if you have a really sharp angle like this, they don't like to seal. And now that I'm looking at it, it looks like I actually missed half the pipe on the back of it. So unfortunately, I'm out of pipe rings today. So another day.